And you tune in to 3FM on 3FM 92.7. It's time to get into exciting Wednesday evening. My name is AJ Sapo, so yes, it's not Miriam here, but I'm sitting in for Miriam today for Unedited with Miriam. Today, our guest is someone who's truly inspiring, doing great things with very interesting ingredients, creating a whole new world for the ladies in terms of skin and hair products. The founder of MGL Naturals is my guest today. She is a woman who's taken our natural and organic ingredients such as shea butter, coconut oil, coconut butter, and raw African black soap, that is Alata Samina, and created into a beautiful world-class product for skin and hair. And it's exciting to have a conversation with her to see how easy or difficult it was to start a business in this direction and how she's made it such a booming business a while later. Ladies and gentlemen, Israela Kafui Mansu is my guest today. Hi, Israela. First and foremost, your name is absolutely incredible. Can you hear us? I can't seem to hear you. I don't know if you've muted or it's my side. I'm trying to figure out. So give me a hot second. Let me figure it out on my side while we get your sound going on. But please just double check to see if you haven't unmuted yourself or muted yourself. But let me check on my side. My technical people will try and free it up for me so we can get into this exciting conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm speaking to the founder of MGL Naturals today on the show. She's going to be giving us of how she created such a beautiful, booming business using our indigenous products here in Ghana to create amazing things for the skin and as well for hair. Hi, Israela. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
And now I can hear you. Yes. It's good to finally speak to you. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, AJ. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Wait, which part of the world are you, if I may ask?
I am in the United States at the moment.
Woo-woo.
I'm in Dallas, Texas.
Fantastic. Now let's talk about your business. When did you create MGL Naturals?
All right. So I started MGL Naturals late 2009. I ran it for about a year before having some savings to be able to register it. Yes, so I registered it in 2010. So I kind of used 2010 for our anniversary, but it actually started operations in 2009.
So
yes.
if we're using 2010, at least, so it's about 14 years you started it.
Yes, that is right.
Amazing. Now, first of all, motivation, because in 2009, I know for sure that natural hair was not it wasn't a big thing. In fact, to wear your natural hair back then, about 10, 15 years ago, was almost seen as a taboo thing because everyone was either straightening their hair, relaxing their hair, and your fussy hair, all the hair then will chrome, you get. So, what motivated you to want to start a business in natural hair and natural skin products?
All right. So, starting MGL Naturals, I would say that I have been an entrepreneur my whole life. I believe that greatly motivated me to become an entrepreneur because growing up, I was trading in one thing or the other from about 10 years old. I was selling in Dabala markets in the Volta region where I sold ice water, bread in the markets at the station. I carried water and bread on my head. At a point, I sold rice, gari, sugar. I just enjoyed selling rock cake, ice cream, and just everything. It never stopped until I got to the university there. apart from the love for selling, I needed finances to support myself in the University of Ghana. I had to go to Togo Lome and get we call it Cooper accessories, jewelry, Cooper jewelry accessories. Then like this low cost jewelries, earrings, bracelets and stuff like that. I'll go get them from Lome to campus on the University of Ghana, and then I sold to my colleagues in the lecture hall and also door to door. It was against the rule, but I needed to do this to support myself financially. So I graduated from the University of Ghana in 2008. Before graduating, every young undergraduate at that time will know that before even leaving school, we started writing application letters and distributing all over the banks, head offices, and then the telecommunication companies. I did that with a few other companies, but I wasn't called anywhere. I continued throughout my national service as a teacher at Corpus Christi GSS at Sakumono. I got no call for an interview for a job. Now I was running out of my savings from so during national service, I still had some of the accessories that I was selling along the line. Yes, I'll go to Makola and buy ladies' bag, purses, shirts, because we're about graduating. Colleagues needed kind of official shirts for the prospective jobs, so they were buying long sleeves and official wears like that. I got into that too for a while. So during national service, I was still trading the few things I got left. Now national service was about ending, and I needed money to continue taking care of myself, paying my rent and my other stuff, because I was living in this single room where I started MGN Naturals. So I thought about the whole thing where I couldn't get a job from elsewhere and I needed to employ myself, continue to employ myself. Yes, growing up, I always knew that I was going to start, I was going to own a manufacturing company, but I always thought I was going to do food processing because my parents have food background, and I did home economics in Anfoiga Secondary School and also consumer science and psychology in the University of Ghana. And naturally, I just love food stuffs and food preservation. So I thought that was what I was going to enter. But then God knows best. I have a sensitive skin. I sweat a lot when I use any other thing other than shea butter. And so I thought to myself that, okay, we have, I love shea butter. I love to keep my natural hair, but it was being difficult to keep, being tough and difficult to comb and stuff like that. And I just don't really like weaves. It makes me feel a bit uncomfortable, though sometimes I keep it on. So I decided so the main reason for starting MGN Naturals at this point, I thought that, okay, we have rich natural organic ingredients in Ghana that were being exported. However, when we import products into Ghana that says shea butter this, shea butter that, or cocoa butter this and that, the shea butter I grew up using, I realized that no, I don't really find this the rich nourishment of this natural butters in this imported products. And also unhealthy unhealthy cosmetic products were being imported into Africa. That was a time when the campaign against bleaching was really going up, and the rate of unemployment too was very, very high in 2008, 2009. And so I wanted to create a business not only to employ myself and to employ others. Yeah. And I realized also that the women, the determined rural women who cultivated these natural cosmetic products of ours, the cocoa and then the shea butter and coconut oil, they weren't getting value for their efforts. They were being underpaid. So I thought that, okay, why don't I get into the production of these natural products and keep it very rich and real, and not chemicalized, and sell locally. And especially at that time, in fact, imported products were dominating the local cosmetics markets. At that time, sincerely, I don't remember seeing a real shea butter hair food on the Ghanaian market. So I thought that, no, let me initiate this thing. Let me introduce this, and I did. And I headed to Makola, the number one market in Ghana.
Of course.
Initially, it was a huge challenge where I will approach about 10 people. One will accept me, about 9 will turn me away, and turning me away could be harsh, but I endured it. And within a short period, the entire market gradually believed in my dream and started taking the products to date, and it's been 14 years. And exports too came naturally, you know. A lot of people come to Makola to buy, and so
yes, and
they started buying from there and exporting. So let me get to one other information.
Please tell me
about how I started. Yes, I had about 300 Ghana cedis savings, a remainder of my savings that I had. So at that time, when you go to the jars manufacturing companies where they sell the bottles and jars, they wouldn't sell any quantity below 100 cedis. At that time, we called it 1 million, you know. So I will go and ask someone that I want to buy something which is about 50 cedis, 50 Ghana cedis worth. So I'll add my order to theirs, and they will order theirs including mine. And after they are served, they would give mine to me. And I will also go to the market and buy small quantities of shea butter, like maybe 5-10 kilos at that time, and some other ingredients in smaller quantities. So my 300 cedis was able to buy coconut oil, shea butter, and lesser quantities of jars. I mean, less quantity of everything almost everything that I needed. I did not go to school to learn these formulations. I taught myself online.
Are you serious?
Yes. Online and also on the field. I did a lot of prototypes. I practiced a lot, and then over time I get perfect at something. I mean, at a product, and after a while I'll proceed to
put it on the market.
Do product analysis at Ghana Standards Authority. Ghana Standards Authority.
Yes.
Proceed to register at Foods and Drugs Authority.
Wow. So now you summed the last 14 hours so beautifully. It almost seems as if there wasn't a lot of, it was almost like it was ordained. It was just its alignment. But I'm sure you had some challenges on the way.
Oh, right.
Just even developing, because you said you were self-taught. Teaching yourself your own formulations. Even that, I'm sure, had its own challenges, because you do certain batches, they'll go bad, you try again, you try and figure out the formula that will work. So go through some of the biggest challenges, obstacles, in fact, that almost prevented you from setting up MGL Naturals.
All right. So my number one challenge at that time was space. Here was space. Here I was in a rented single room, and then formulating in my kitchen. Actually, the kitchen wasn't actually a real kitchen. It was like a closet without a window that I was kind of managing for my kitchen. So I'll have to open the door to down to the room, also open the single room door, I open it out for ventilation. So space was my issue, but I managed, and from there I rented a small space of land in the neighborhood, and I built a shed, a normal shed.
Wow. And
I kind of covered it with roofing sheets halfway. I couldn't cover it fully, so I covered it halfway with a roofing sheet, and then we were working from there. And then I got a little money to rent a shop. It wasn't by the roadside, a little off the road, and then I continued from there. That's one of the major challenges. And then I had huge human resource challenge. I know sometimes my employees get uncomfortable about it. I remember granting an interview years back when I spoke about this, and the next moment 4 of my employees left because I had mentioned that I have employee challenges, the difficulties, giving directives, and then one not performing according to the directive, and I have to keep reminding them all the time about the same thing. And sometimes, I don't know, people want to be paid, but they don't
want to
want
work.
To or they just don't want to, kind of think independently and initiate certain things for us to consider. Sometimes they can put in great they can make great inputs, but then without taking the initiatives, how can they contribute that much to the company? That was those days. This time around, yes, I still have some human resource challenges, but it's better than before. And finances, yes, I had financial issues, but
really?
the truth is that I love to work within my means. That is the kind of person that I am. If I have 100 cedis, I will work within 100 cedis. If I have 1,000 cedis, I will work within 1,000 cedis. So there hasn't been an instance where I have been in debt or I have lost due to carelessness or not taking the right financial decisions. No, when you have less and that's all you've got, and that you do not have a helper anywhere who you can call on to give you money, or a bank, you be disciplined enough. Okay, so at that time I kept reinvesting all of the profits back into the business. I didn't spend on clothes. I didn't spend on the cars or buildings. I remember that I was still in this single room where I started MGL Naturals before I bought the first plot of land for the company. And I was in this same single room and I built the first company. I could have afforded a more luxurious house, like a self-compound and stuff like that, but the business first. Yes.
Okay, I like that. All right, so if you're just tuning in, you're tuned into Unedited with Miriam. My name is AJ Sapon, sitting in for Miriam. I'm having a conversation with the head, the creator, the founder of MGL Naturals, Israel Kafui Mansu. She's telling us about starting off a beautiful business in skin and hair products using natural ingredients such as shea butter, coconut oil, cocoa butter, and raw African black soap. Now, coming back into the humble beginnings of MGL Naturals. Now, what did you at any point in time doubt yourself and start to think, thinking about if this business I have started is possibly going to be successful, why not just go back to what I know and I have done well, like trading and because you had done that and perfected that while in uni. Did you ever doubt that maybe this is a pipe dream?
So, truthfully, I have never doubted myself.
I like that.
Yes. I have never ever doubted myself, and my mother has never ever doubted me or my potentials.
Amazing.
Yes. I give so much thanks to my mom because she never stopped me. She never said anything negative. For instance, being a graduate of the University of Ghana, why don't you go and get a corporate job and then you want to, sell shea butter? No, my mom already is a very reserved type. She hardly, talks, so she wouldn't even say anything to discourage me. And she's someone who believes in handiworks because she has a catering background, so she's been a matron over the years. So I never doubted myself, even if the whole time over the last 14 years of business, I can use my very last money to purchase some raw materials and packaging materials, and I just believe that I'm going to make this product work, and I'm going to push it to sell, and I'm going to make returns, to go over the cycle again. I never doubted myself. I till date, I never. I know that I dream big. I dream so big, like I want to see my business here. I want to see myself here. I want to get here. I want to get here. And the secret is I just work so hard towards it. I know this is not right, but I hardly sleep.
I like that.
I hardly sleep. I work day and night. I work day and night, online, physical stock. if you can see where I am right now, I am surrounded with
Products.
boxes, boxes, curtains everywhere, and I take part in the job. You know, I participate. I don't sit and relax. No, so I never had doubts for my potentials. You know, I even sit and I tell myself I am not doing well. I need to do better. I am not doing well. Maybe I'm selling, let's say for instance, I'm selling 2,000 cartons for this period of time. No, I can do better. I should be selling 5,000 or 10,000 cartons at this period of time. I try to challenge myself each day. I look at my yesterday and I want today to be better than yesterday. I am just that go-getter. Nothing stops me. Nothing stops me. I always tell myself and others close to me that life is too short, and whatever impact that we need to create and make, whatever legacies that we need to leave, this is the time we have to do it and do it. Yeah. It should be transgenerational. We should do this for our kids to inherit and take it up, and then do it for God and country. Yes.
Amazing. Now, you stated that your mom has been honestly one of the support systems that has pushed and propelled you, because she would doubt you, so you can't doubt yourself. Now, in terms of other people in the support system, your mates, the people you are around, your friends, did they try and sow any seeds of doubt or skepticism about the work you had started at that point?
You know, first of all, you see me like this, I'm a very reserved person.
Really?
Well. Yes. I don't do too many friends. And so I would say I have maybe about 3 friends that I could open up on stuff like this to and talk about. And all they say is that they know I can do it. They know I can do it. And whenever I'm silent, they are not bothered. They say that they know I am working on something great and I'm soon going to surprise them. That is why I am silent. And then I have a business mom, Dr. Olabisi. She's in the UK. She first I first met her during a women conference held in Ghana about maybe some 8-9 years ago. I was exhibiting, and then she admired what I was doing, and she introduced her organization to me, Global Women Inventors and Innovators Network. I read about them. I was so interested. I was invited to one of their conferences in South Africa, later in Sweden, in the UK, and I kept learning from the cycle of women that I meet. I learn from everyone.
Yeah.
When I admire a business person, I get online, I read about them, I watch their videos, I learn from things they talk about. I may get some information that doesn't apply to me at a certain point, but later on I'll understand what they meant, and then when it applies to me, then I perform that. So I get inspirations from all over, even driving in the traffic, seeing my brothers and sisters selling by the roadside. It inspires me. Top officials, top entrepreneurs. I mean, I get inspiration from everywhere.
I love that.
Yes.
Now let's talk.
My children inspire me to a lot.
I love that. Now let's talk strategy, because I'm sure you were backed by some sort of strategy in that small kitchen when you started off 14 years ago, that, okay, I will start here and I'll move to this point and I'll go here and this is how I'm going to get on employees and this is how I'll manage until then. So what were some of the strategies that you aligned that I will follow this by the book to the point where I can start to grow my manufacturing business?
All right. Sincerely, I've never had a concrete plan or figure it all out. No. It always comes as I go. Yes. All I know is that I want to make more. That is the basic strategy, the basic principle. I want to grow. I believe in growth. However, I believe that growth is a process, and it is a very slow and gradual process. And I believe that growth starts very little, and then it grows. It grows. So for the moment, I know that, okay, if I produce, let's say, 50 kilos yesterday, today I must produce 80 kilos. The next time, 120 kilos, the next time 200 kilos. So basically that is how I move. So when the scale is growing and I realize that I need to increase the number of my employees, we need extra hands, then I bring in extra hands. When I realize that the workload on me is becoming too much, not that I can't perform it, but then I am delaying because I am overburdened, then I get extra hands in there to help me as well. Yes, so basically the strategy has just been growth and multiplication. How do I multiply? If I order one of these today, tomorrow I must order 3. The next day it must be 6. That's basically how. And also talking about, so that is, I apply this basic principle in almost everything that I do. If it's advertising today, if I target 500,000 people, the reach, the next moment maybe my target reach should be 1 million. Yes, basically
moving it from stage to stage. Now,
Right.
do you remember or can you recall any low moments where maybe a batch didn't work as it should, or shipping didn't go as needed to, or a client? And my second question would be, how have you dealt with any difficult clientele, if you've had any? So first one being, any significant low moments in business, how can you remember? Maybe if you can officially tell me, it's my worst day in business, really. And second one, how have you dealt with difficult customers, if you've had any?
All right. So I believe, first of all, I believe in, I know I am human, I am not perfect. However, I believe in perfection a little more, in the sense that I know that when this doesn't go right, let's say I have spent years formulating, so we need to go according to our recipe. If it doesn't go right, there'll be problem. All right. Sometimes maybe the problem wouldn't come from us, but then from a batch of a raw material. However, I love to maintain my raw material sources when I discover let's say a reliable source. I love to maintain. So I would say I have been dealing with doing business and transacting with the same group of people for overall this year. So I hardly get batches going bad. However, when they happen, I do not take it as too much of a big deal. If it's something that can be reproduced, we do the reproduction. If it's something that needs to be disposed, we dispose it of the right way. And talking about difficult customers, sincerely, I haven't had too much of difficult customers.
Really?
That I would say has been a big deal or a problem. First of all, MGN Naturals is a company that no matter where you buy our products from, if you contact us that you have an issue with it, we will go right away and replace it for you, no matter where you are. If you are within Ghana, we ship it to you for free. If you're outside of Ghana, we ask you if you're ready to pay for the shipment.
Okay.
We do the replacement. And then sometimes to these are repeated customers, so we can add whatever that they weren't happy about previously, whatever that a problem they had previously, we can add the replacements to their new orders. And I find all of this as normal expectations in business, and I handle them amicably. So I wouldn't say that we ever had difficult customers or clientele. No, everything it's been fine. It's been one. Yes.
Okay, I like that. Now, sourcing your material. Let's go there, because you're using shea butter, you're using cocoa butter, you're using alata-semina. All of these are great products, but also are in different parts of Ghana. You get the best shea in the north and all of that. How easy or difficult is it sourcing the right ingredient? Because right now people are very particular about what they put on their skin. So how do you ensure that you're getting the right thing? And is it easy to get consistent supply of these products?
All right. So we source about 80 to 90% of our raw materials locally in Ghana from rural women. And sourcing has been smooth. As I mentioned, that when I discover a reliable supplier, I get stuck with
That
him or her
person, yeah.
over the years. So my sources have been great. The only issue has been when quite recently we had economic issues where prices kind of multiplied and all that. Yes, then we find the prices increasing. But in terms of quality, I have quality suppliers, so it's been good. And for the materials that I import, it's all been good except for everything, except for the increases going down to our economic crisis, the US dollar exchange rate kind of doubling. It's a big problem, but we can't stop what we are doing. We have to strategize and adjust. So
I like that. Now, a lot of people talk about being a Ghanaian business owner, and how difficult it is, especially with workers, and getting people that are honest, and getting people that will focus on your business. Now, talk me through how easy or difficult it's been building the right team, and how have you had to change quite a number of people to get the right set of people that you're with now?
Okay. So as a small business, I would say employee challenges has, I experience it almost every now and then, but then I need to always expect it and then quickly adjust whenever it happens. For small businesses like mine, most of the time, employees do not even inform us before they leave.
Yeah.
They just not turn up in a day. You call them and they wouldn't pick up.
Yes.
Or 24 hours notice. I remember less than 2 months ago, my account officer gave me less than 48 hours notice.
Wow.
And he just left. That was very unprofessional of him, yes. But then I always know that these things are expected. So I quickly put things in place and adjust. I wouldn't say that it's been easy. No, it can give me more sleepless nights because I'll have to do some things myself until I get a new person in and then quickly train them. Yes. So building the team, well, I treat the team as like a family. That's the orientation I've always had. We relate like a family in a corporate institution. I have been fortunate with some very honest employees and also
some not so honest employees.
Yes,
how have you dealt with theft or pilfering?
Well, with theft, what I would do is I would try to seal the channel where the theft, is being carried out through. If let's say I think it's a group of people, maybe I would identify the most strategic person in the team and then have to lay them off or tightening up our procedures such that this doesn't go out without the approval of myself or this person. Just reinforce our channels to limit theft. And I can't always have it 100% secured. I always have at the back of my mind that definitely we're going to lose some percentage, but it should be within an acceptable limit and not beyond.
Okay. Very interesting there. And again, to all those who are joining us now, welcome. You're tuned into 3FM 92.7. This is Unedited with Miriam. My name is AJ. I'm sitting in for Miriam, and I'm having a wonderful conversation with Israela, founder of MG Naturals. She's telling me about the challenges, the opportunities, and as well the growth in creating and expanding her own incredible skin and hair care brand, MG Naturals. MGL Naturals. MGL Naturals. And of course, how she's been able to build it over the last 14 years into the powerhouse it is now. Now, let's go through some of the products that you stock at MGL Naturals. Let's go through the skin products and as well the hair products and what they do, their benefits.
Okay, so MGL Naturals has a range of natural skin and hair care products. Talking about the skincare, we have whipped body butters and then the unrefined body butters. We have pure shea butter that is scented with sweet fragrance, whipped, so it's softer than the usual unrefined one. It nourishes and then moisturize the skin, keeping the skin healthy and then maintaining and enhancing one's original natural skin tone. So we have the pure shea butter and then the pure cocoa butter. We also have the raw African black soap. We have the shea butter black soap and then the cocoa butter black soap. These soaps does deep cleansing for the skin, keeping the skin healthy, treats minor skin problems like acne, eczema, blemishes, and other minor skin rashes. And the hair, I believe the whole of Ghana the whole of the world knows about our leading hair food, MGL Naturals coconut oil and shea butter hair food. It's doing significantly great in Ghana and then on the global market. So this hair food nourishes the hair, moisturizes the hair, and is so wonderful for the natural hair. It's our ethnic natural hair is tough in nature, so when we use MGL Naturals coconut oil and shea butter hair food, it naturally softens the hair and makes it easy to comb and style. Yes, and we have virgin coconut oil hair food for the hair as well. We have oils, castor oil, coconut oil, neem oil, and shea oil, and these products are amazing for the hair and skin. We sell locally in Ghana. Our MGL Natural products are in the cosmetic shops, in Makola, ShopRite, Palace Mall, and other. Most of the cosmetic shops and supermarkets. And on our website is kind of targeting the global market. So our prices are in US dollars over there, and we are shipping from the US, and we sell on Amazon too. Yeah.
Now, looking back on your journey, if you could advise an aspiring entrepreneur who's hoping to maybe not necessarily enter into the beauty side of things, but into any sector that will require locally manufactured or manufacturing product or sourcing locally, what would be your advice to them?
All right. Most of the time, I tell people that yes, I know finances can be of a challenge, but when you have it in your mind that you having money issue, you can't start a business, then that's what it's going to be. But then when you believe that the limited resources that you have, you can work with it and then develop your ideas into products and believe in growth, and also have enough knowledge about what you want to do, yes, you can do it and you can make it happen. So work with the limited resources that you have and work hard. Put in the extra work. Yeah, you're not going to have the usual sleep time, like someone who is not running a business. No, you're going to be sleeping, let's say, instead of 10 hours sleep, you're going to be having about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. This is the hard truth, because as the entrepreneur, you're going to be performing multiple roles. You must perform multiple roles to make it happen. You are going to be the holder of the idea, the brain behind the business, the workforce, the labor force, putting the work into action executing the work, getting the job done. And when you need extra hands, you add the extra hands to yourself. You're going to be the marketer. You're going to talk to people about your product, get on the internet, do your create your website. My website, MGL Naturals, I developed it myself.
Oh, really?
Yes, I have our Facebook page. I have managed it for over 8 years until about 4 years. I got 2 ladies to help me with managing it. Yes, and they are doing amazing. Even as of now, I am running the MGL Naturals US page by myself, and it can be exhausting, but I am doing it. I'm doing my best. So all the online stuff, you have to sit behind the computer and get that done. I always say this: no one knows the dream better than yourself. No one knows the product better than yourself. You are your best marketer. I understand. I have been there. That I'm shy, I'm not able to speak in public, I'm not able to speak to people, or I'm not able to express myself well enough. I understand this, and people will say employ people to do that job for you, but before you employ someone to do that job for you, you need to know the in and out of it, so you can be able to guide the professional to go about it for you. But as someone who do not have enough resources, you are now about to start your business, you can't afford most of these things, so you have to sit down and do them yourself. Product development, label development. I would sit down, sketch how I would like my label to look like.
Wow.
Yes. Make a whole document on it, everything I want written on the label, where I want them to be positioned. I will lead my designer, put it this way. I can take a whole lot of time reviewing and rearranging things and so on, and coming to the content of the product, the real product formulation. I develop every thing that I put together. So when you want to start business, I just want you to know that you need to do the work. You need to do the work, and you must love doing it. You must love doing it to the extent that even when, let's say, thousands or millions of money is going, but the return, physical cash isn't really coming in, but the products are getting to the right hands and to the right market. Just believe that these are all forms of investment, and eventually it's going to pay off. Yes, so be ready to do the work, and trust me, it will definitely pay off, and it will surprise you.
It will definitely pay off and surprise you. I love that. And time flies when you're having fun. Literally, right now, an hour has come. And one thing I'll say is that MGL Naturals is come and support. We have this show called Keeping It Real, which is like a female-centered show. MGL Naturals will be perfect on that show. So consider advertising there.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So kindly forward me more.
Yes, I will, and then we can do that, because honestly, we would love to champion that on our show.
I would love to do that with you.
Yes. Amazing. But Israela, I cannot thank you enough. You drop so much gems that me as a hopeful one-day entrepreneur, I've even learned something from it. It's amazing to see how resilient you've been over the last 14 years and how much you've believed in yourself. Because I think the one thing that's run through is the fact that you never once doubted yourself and your ability to create a business and make it happen. And 14 years down the line, it's world-renowned. Everyone loves it. People use it from Ghana to America to the UK and everywhere inclusive. And the work of your hands is truly speaking for you. And I cannot thank you enough for blessing the world with MGL Naturals.
Thank you.
And it's so amazing to have spoken to you. So final words from you, parting words, maybe mantra, for someone to go home and think a little bit over.
I would say yes, you can. Yes, you can. Do not let anyone tell you cannot. Do not let anyone tell you this would not sell. You are the only one who can see what you want to do. No one else can see it as you are seeing it. So believe in yourself and go for it. And please go for it sensibly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You don't go for it because you have seen someone going into that field and they are doing amazingly well. Go in for it because you love it, because you believe that you can get it from 1 to 10.
I love that. Thank you so much for speaking to us, for sharing your story, and for motivating us all across as we've been listening to the amazing success story of MGL Naturals. So thank you so much. My conversation has been with Israela Kafui Mansu. She's the founder of MGL Naturals, a world-renowned naturals cosmetics company and the production of skin and hair care products using natural and organic ingredients such as shea butter, coconut oil, coconut butter, and raw African black soap. It's been a wonderful time on Unedited with Miriam. Next week, Miriam will be here with another amazing conversation where she delves into the realities Unedited with incredible individuals. My name is AJ Kwakosapod. I sat in for the lovely Miriam. Join myself and Giovanni on 3FM Drive tomorrow from 2 to 7 p.m. And do not forget that Corporate Connect is coming the 24th of November. We're heading to the Afrikiko Leisure Center opposite TV3 or adjacent the Jubilee House or across the street from... Yeah, you just put it on Google Map. Afrikiko is, you cannot miss it. You cannot get lost. There'll be so much to do, corporate games. Of course, this event is powered by Origin. And we invite you to be a part of it, whether you work in the corporate environment for yourself, like our incredible entrepreneur that joined it today, whether you're an entrepreneur, budding one, in an office environment, wherever it is, join us for an opportunity to unwind at the 3FM Corporate Connect on the 24th of November at Afrikiko from 5 p.m. We'll tell you more details all about it tomorrow, and as well, not forgetting to remind you about the 3FM All White Party. This December is going to be all white at the Palm Royal Beach Hotel at 7 p.m. Call 0531 100 927. That's 0531 100 927 for details on how you can book your tables and be a part of the most exciting event this Christmas. Surely Lord brings us the news at 8, even though I've eaten a little into his time. And we'll continue with more great music with Akofa right after on Unwind.
Well, my African girl.